We are a group of about 12 students who are performing, and the only reason why we're able to do that is because Aida has had the opportunity to travel in search of a better life for herself and her family, but also to spread her gift. And so I would say that the fact that her students are dancing is evidence that she's achieved her goal of coming to the UK in search of a better life, and part of that, a large part of that, includes teaching and sharing the culture so that we can pass it on. And another really beautiful thing about the Friday class is that a number of the dancers are also mums, and it's been just really enriching to see their children grow up. And so you can actually see how the gift that Aida is passing on to us as her students will also pass on to the next generation of dancers, which is so important because we really need not to lose that simply because we're in this part of the diaspora as opposed to being in Africa.
This is another step. Just here.
With my company named theatrical, I've got students, I'm doing classes every Friday at Oasis Sports Center. It's been now 11 years I'm doing this. And I call this project In the Search of a Better Life.
With Aida, it's just an absolute pleasure on a Friday evening to spend an hour and a half learning more from her.
What I really appreciate about Aida's classes, she brings a lot of femininity to the movements and grace, and yeah, just helps me to express a kind of sensual part of my personality in a way that feels very comfortable and very safe and very assertive. For people from the diaspora, and I'm from the diaspora, I'm from the Caribbean diaspora, so our history is associated with a lot of pain and trauma, you know, great injustices, and to have a teaching that is not associated with all, you know, with terrible events and tragedies and miscarriages of justice, but with beauty and with splendor and with just family lives, and yeah, it's very uplifting, and it creates a wholeness and it creates a kind of grounding for me. I see myself as part of a bigger picture, and it probably sounds really strange, but it's very true. So the dance leads to an understanding of my place in the history of like West Africa, how I came to be here, what I came from. Yeah, so it's a really beautiful thing, and it does a lot more for me than just being able to move. That's the icing on the cake, but what it gives me in terms of pride, in terms of well-being and a sense of self is yeah, it's invaluable.
She left everything behind and head for an unknown destination. She traveled far, far away to a distant land, knowing that she has to learn a different language, a new system to survive. She also carried a heavy load of expectation from family and friends. You know what I'm talking about. They think if you cross the Atlantic, you will be rich. So many young girls, so many young men who have left home to find new lives in strange places, foreign places. Some have made it through, learning to adapt and thrive. Others who took the same risk are even struggling till now. While many sadly never reach the places they promises. The rest are still at home, and they don't even know why. Those who made it, well done. They've worked hard. I say well done. You did it. And you should be proud. You found friends, allies, husband, wife, and you brought your culture to enrich other places. The destination you had traveled in order to truly know who you are and where you come from. In search of a better life.
Yeah, Malisa, Abula be Malisa.
The topic was, I was finding myself a lot, because one of the reasons why I did move here was, looking for better opportunity. And so, this is another opportunity to kind of like remind yourself and making a vow again to like, what's the intention behind of the pathway that we are doing.
It's very hard there, back home, to get a contract or to have a performance. Sometimes you can have performance for one time in 3 months or 4 months, and your payment is no good. So when I came here, I said to myself, to build my career, my work, I have to stay here. At least here, I've got the chance for help as well, and I will get the chance to be part of a lot festival. That's why I call this project In Search of a Better Life. I just take example for myself, the way I left my country to come here to get a better life with my career as a dancer.
Aida Diop, for how I perceive her, she's a very strong woman, but she's a leader, and at the same time, she's is someone that can connect with you from, let's say, a vulnerable level. So she got both aspects balanced in herself as an individual.
Celebration as far as I'm concerned. celebrating our African heritage and culture and spreading the joy amongst those of us who really value the time that we spend with Aida and devoting ourselves to African dance and drama. I think there's no words really to describe just how ecstatic and happy I feel.
I get a real release from being in an environment where I'm being fed part of my history and my culture, but in a way that is aesthetically beautiful. It's medicinal, it's, like I said, it grounds you, it gives you a sense of yourself beyond what being in the West can make you think you are and what your story is. It just kind of like expands your horizon.
One side is how you can combine two languages that in general the mainstream idea is they cannot connect, but actually is possible. So a more Western technique with the Afro-diasporic dance.
And you know, I am African, my heritage is African, and I feel that it connects me to my ancestors and my source, and just the drum beat that I think runs through my body.
With all the workshop from different part of Africa and different teachers that they're going to share their traditional vocabulary with us.
think you would see a lot more people practicing it. Older people as well, like really old, you know, like elders as well, because everyone can participate. Everyone participates where it takes place in Africa, so there's no reason why it can't be the same in the West.
Was not just a dance class, but also the feeling of a community and the feeling that everyone with determination and perseverance can achieve something, even if it's not straightforward part of your community. And so for me, that is really what I admire of her. The ability of, through speaking or dancing a universal language like dancing, she's able to create a space where it literally doesn't matter where you come from if you are speaking that language.
I'm sending this big message back home to realize that they have good artists, to respect them and to offer them more and more work. And hopefully there's going to be a lot of festival there as here. There's festival in Senegal, but there's not a lot, to be honest, there's not a lot. They just minimize all artists there. So you have a bad payment there, you won't have any performance. As here, me, I'm traveling, I'm doing festival, I have my own class. So they should take example from that, but they are not taking example for that.
That for me was very important, to have that kind of weekly appointment with a community that reminded me a lot of myself.
The combination of the movement and the live drums is just ecstatic. I feel it really gives me spiritual fulfillment.
I'm sending this message for back home as well, to see at least how when you are on the other side, I take part on the Europe, how I am here now with my work is more better than when I work back home. So I want to send a message at least for them to see how here they are treating the artists.
Malisa, Abula be Malisa.